Greetings, greetings in the name of the Most High Yah. It's King Yedaya, aka King Solomon, staying wise in life and in these markets. And I'm gonna do a little technical analysis on US dollar, the SPY, and QQQ and their relations in with each other and how they affect each other. Right now on the US dollar we have this kind of curved top happening, this kind of curved action. Like we had a little double top right here, like on what day was this? On the 12th of May, we had a top right there, and then on the 13th of May we had another top, and since then we just been breaking down with a lower high and stuff like that, right? So what I think is happening, and this is my humble opinion, and don't follow my advice. I'm not a financial advisor, and I'm just learning trading just like the new traders, you know what I'm saying? I've been trading for like about 3 years now, so I'm still learning. I'm not a financial advisor, so you gotta do your own diligence, your due diligence, right? So this is just my humble opinion. And seeing the US dollar running up, the strong uptrend, right? We had this strong uptrend move, and now we have this curving action coming back here, right? So what I'm thinking is, and this is upper VWAP. This line right here is upper VWAP, and it's the anchored VWAP from the beginning of the year, right? So what I think is happening right here is that we're having a little cool off period from this run up, right? This uptrend, we're cooling off a little bit. We're coming back to prior support zones. Right now we at this support zone right here. I think we're gonna probably break down and come down to like about let's see, 12,639. And this US dollar index is the FXCM. So maybe on the DXY or something like that, or the DX1, the futures, the numbers are kind of different, I think. I'm not sure. But this index is the FXCM, the Dow Jones FXCM dollar index. And to me, it's a more comprehensive look at the dollar as a whole against other currencies. And again, that's a matter of my own opinion, right? And let's see. So that's my thesis on the US dollar. I think we're going to have a cooling off period. We're going to come back and catch some buyers around here. You know what I'm saying? Around these areas. Another area here is 12,619. All around these areas here. 12,625. I think we might even come back to these areas and, pick up some orders. Because I don't see the US dollar really breaking all the way down and just falling off because of the high interest rates and stuff like that. So I don't see that happening. People, the foreigners, foreign countries are going to be buying bonds and buying the US dollar in general for the higher interest rate. I think, what do they call that? They call it is it the switch trade or something like that? It's like when one currency is higher than the next, and then you gain interest on it or something like that. And I gotta get my technicals right, because if I'm making these YouTube videos, I gotta have my technicals right. But you can research that on your own, for now. And yeah, that's my thesis on the dollar, right? So as we're pulling back, this is what's happening on the SPY. So the SPY is doing the complete opposite, right? We had this bottoming effect, this kind of inverse head and shoulders kind of pattern, and now we're running up, right? Because the US dollar is cooling down, the stock market could get a chance to breathe, right? So what I think is happening here tomorrow, let's see, what levels could we get up to? And this is anchored VWAP right here. So I'm thinking this is the lower band of the VWAP. So this is lower support, right? So what I'm thinking is we could run up to like 418, somewhere around there, and probably start rejecting after that. But it all depends on what the US dollar is doing. If it catch buys, if the US dollar catches a bid, then this is probably gonna probably fall back from right here. So it all depends on what the US dollar is doing, because you can see the correlation or the inverse effect of the US dollar against the SPY chart, right? So for tomorrow, we had this gap up. We had this kind of like a double bottom, I guess. And we ended up closing somewhere around the highs. So what I think might happen, we might definitely get a run up to try and test like 417. Whether that would happen tomorrow or not, I don't know, but we might get another gap up. Like if we get another gap up like this, let's see how much was that. So we gapped up 6.47, right? So let's say we get another gap up of $5. Right, 487 around there. Let's say we gap up here in the morning, right? We could easily retest 417, maybe even 420 and stuff like that, and probably keep on pushing even to VWAP at 435. So I'm still bearish on the SPY and stuff like that, but I do recognize that the US dollar is taking a downturn, and this could give the SPY a breather, and we could get things going. We could get the rallies going. So I'm not married to a bearish bias. Whatever the chart is telling me, that's what I'm trading. If we're looking for breakouts in the morning, that's what I'm taking, right? The reason I went short today was because we rejected price here at the open. Now if we gapped up and just kept on going and broke through some levels, then yeah, definitely, right? We could have taken the long, but I'm watching price action, right? We day traders, we're not long-term investors, right? So same thing on the QQQ, same pattern, same thesis, right? You see lower VWAP is right there at 318.92. Then VWAP is up here at 342.56 or 342.50, somewhere around there, right? So that's my thesis for tomorrow. I'm thinking, you see how we close around the highs of the day. We're probably gonna get another gap up, and I think, look, we have a gap fill here from the 6th of May. So there was a gap down, we could get a gap fill. So what price is that? 307. So if we get a break above 307, that's the gap fill right there. If we gap up above that, and we off to the races. All right, y'all, that's my little humble technical analysis, and y'all trade safe and stay blessed.